Okay, I get quite a few questions from people about where do I research. Sorry, not going to specifically tell you where. I'm going to tell you it's on the Mogollon Rim, or in the White Mountains, or by Flagstaff, or whatever. However, I'll also tell you that I don't study just one area. There are at least 5 areas that I have identified that meet the 4 criteria for high probability area for Bigfoot. And that's lots of food, lots of water, lots of vegetation to hide in, and the lack of man. You find places like that, you enhance your chances of seeing a Bigfoot. Yeah, asking a Bigfoot researcher where their area is at so that you can go see a Bigfoot, that's kind of like asking a fisherman where his favorite fishing hole is so that you can go fish it out. You know, that's the unfortunate thing about Bigfoot is once the area is known, the looky-loos alone will drive the Bigfoot away. Man moves in, Bigfoot moves out. That's all there is to it. Now there's a lot of places back east that live very closely to wooded areas and so forth, and they say that they have a habituation situation where the Bigfoot come in and eat the dog food or stand around the chimney to keep warm and that kind of stuff. That's a possibility, but I don't think the Bigfoot will actually stay there. They're learning that this is kind of they're in danger when they're around man. In Arizona anyway, it's best to look in the remote places where you're not going to see too many people. Yeah, I think whenever Bigfoot comes and stays close to a human's habitat, a human's home, or a human area, it's out of desperation. They're either very, very cold, very, very hungry, very, very desperate. They don't. I think they've been taught all their lives to avoid us. Now, yeah, you might get 1 or 2 that might go against the grain and kick against the pricks, that you might say, and be hard-headed and go test the human theory and come closer to humans and so forth. But there's not going to be that many. I have been back east. I've done a little bit of study in the Florida, Georgia area, and I've been up to Montana and various places like that. My 4 criteria for finding the Bigfoot is sound advice. It's like hunting for bear. If you're gonna hunt for bear, you gotta go where the bear live. Okay. You don't hunt for bear in Mesa, Arizona. There's only been 1 that I know of. Scottsdale has had a few come down out of the mountains into the desert. But the thing is, if you're going to be successful, you need to go where your chances are greatest. Okay, many of you have heard me talk about that I don't really go look at other people's stuff because I don't want to contaminate my own ideas and so forth. I kind of misspoke on that. Basically, I really don't peruse the internet looking for videos and articles because I'm really busy doing my own stuff. But if somebody recommends an article or says, wants my opinion on something like that, then yeah, I'll go take a look at it. And I will reply about my opinion in private. I don't really necessarily want to post on a public forum anything good or bad towards another researcher. I want to not necessarily risk relations of sharing. A lot of things that they have to say is good, and a lot of things that they have to say is not so good. So yeah, I'll go take a look at it and I'll see what it is, and I'll be able to tell you whether or not it matches up with what I've been seeing or something like that. But I don't like commenting in a public forum against or for anybody. Okay, most people, when they go out and they look at other people's work or even my own work, basically most people know when something rings true. Truth has a habit of floating to the top amongst all the other misconceptions or possibly misleading information and so forth. Truth will come to the top, and most people can kind of discern what the truth really is. So when you watch it and you think, oh, well, that makes sense, well, then it probably does. So I'm not too worried about my stuff because what I say and what I do makes perfect sense to me, and it's from what I have observed and so forth. Now, I could be totally wrong, but truth will win out and it'll come to the surface, and I'll learn from my mistakes. And as I learn, I'll let you know. I'll come out and tell you, well, I was totally wrong on that, and it's really this way. So that's what I really meant to say. Okay, don't forget to come and join us in our Facebook group called the Mogollon Monster, Arizona's Bigfoot. And you can do that by going to the description of this video, picking out the Facebook link, clicking on it, and then joining the group. We talk about all kinds of things.